Today is Saturday, July 21st. We can celebrate the Blessed Mother today, but it is also the memorial of St. Lawrence of Brindisi. We're leaving Salzburg today, and it's kind of like I would love to stay here another day or two. It's just such a quaint city. It's got such a depth of spirituality to it. But alas, we're on our way to a place called Mariazell. Time to get some breakfast. Well, I've made it up here to the rooftop cafe where they serve their breakfast. I asked if I could sit here outside, and the young woman says, "Well, yes, you can. It might rain." So they have this omelet station in there where there's a guy that's obviously being paid by the hour, not by the volume. One of the great aspects of pilgrimage is that it helps develop a spirituality in a way that we had not really considered. There's a total surrender when on pilgrimage, and that same total surrender is the same one that God asks of you and me. Today, take a moment to just surrender it all to God. All your burdens, all your cares, all your worries, surrender them. I was speaking with Lynn yesterday, and she made comment about how sometimes you go into these very ornate churches and it's just so overwhelming, so much imagery before you. I do find, though, a particular spirituality when I enter into an ornate church. See, when I go into an ornate church, I try to pick one place to focus for a while. And once focused upon it, that's when I can start to really offer my prayers. Focusing is an important aspect of prayer. All right, it's approaching checkout time. Been around the room once or twice, checked for everything, got my documents, got all the stuff that was in the safe, packed everything up, put my bag outside, ready to go. Okay, I'm heading now down to the lobby. I'm going to turn in my keys. I'm going to be ready to go.
What's the
210.
Are you sure it's only 122? Yeah. Was there anything from the minibar then?
Not a thing.
One wine is for free.
Okay. It's 210, you said?
I did.
Dugancic.
That is I.
Perfect.
You're the best. Thank you.
Everything's paid.
Well, good morning, good Father.
Good morning to you, Father.
You ready for a day of travel?
As ready as I'll ever be.
I know the feeling. Did you sleep well?
I did. I've got, the second part of our tour yesterday, I didn't go. I went back to read and I fell asleep until dinner. After dinner, I fell asleep again. These are.
That is enough.
Well, Jess, I'm sorry that they are black and white only, but it's not possible to print them in.
For all of you children at home, these are what are called highlighters. How was the concert last night?
It was actually excellent. You could tell that they actually truly enjoyed it too. Smiling, they were really.
It was relaxing.
It was relaxing. It was nice.
All right, so we're leaving the Peter Hotel. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
All right, we're making our way out now to the bus, and we're going to hit the road heading to Mariazell. Okay, so I said I did a check of my room and everything was good. Wasn't good. Forgot something in the room. It's funny, you could walk around the room 3, 4, 5 times, take a look at everything. There's always that one little thing that escapes your notice. I forgot my battery and charger. Good thing is we got on the bus. Catalina mentioned things that you could possibly forget, and she mentioned batteries, and that's when I remembered where it was, right next to the bed. Free to worship him without fear, holy and righteous in his sight. Yep, Wild Bean Cafe, not a very friendly place. Fortunately, there is an alternative in the Rosenberger. Thank you. Well, some time ago we left the main highway and we're now making our way up into the mountains towards the shrine at Mariazell. I'm guessing there's only one road in. Hail, Holy Queen, Mother of Mercy, our life, our sweetness, and our hope. It is always true that beauty helps to inspire the soul and raise it up to God. And the beauty, even just of the landscape here, is helping us to do that. So we've made it here to the little area called Mariazell. We're looking forward to having our Holy Mass here. So we had a little time constraint with lunch today, and I ordered a penny arrabbiata, and they bring back a penny olio. And I said, no, arrabbiata. But here I'm thinking in my head, maybe I should just take it because I haven't got much time. Still was able to do it. Well, for a place that's in a pretty remote nowhere in the hills here, there's a fairly decent amount of people that have come to pray here. The powerful intercession of the Blessed Mother can do so many things for us. We have to keep coming to her again and again, and then she will offer us to her divine Son, Jesus. Through the powerful intercession of the Blessed Virgin Mary, may all of your fears and all of your worries and all of your concerns be made at ease. Amen. There is no tradition that will get me to put one of those on. No way. Okay, so we've arrived here at the Mariazell Church. I had a few minutes before Mass and I decided to just come and take a look. I found this little chapel behind the shrine here dedicated to St. Michael. I think this is where we're going to have our Holy Mass.
O Maria, Hilfe sei, hier in diesem Jammer.
Father and I just finished saying Mass here at the church in Mariazell. What a special place this is to offer Holy Mass. I really do love this country. I mean, they got these real bells everywhere. There's nothing more special than being able to come to a place like this and celebrate Holy Mass. It energizes me and it gives me like a new foundation of excitement within me for my faith. The Eucharist is the center of my life. I'm standing here by the Basilica in Mariazell. It is this place where a miraculous event occurred in the 12th century in which a monk, trying to flee from some people, held up the statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary, and a fissure opened up in which he was able to hide. Since that time, the statue has been here. It's now mounted in the center of the church above the altar. One thing I do have to say, they're really, really big on their flowers here. Flowers everywhere.
I mean, I wonder.
People actually.
At least there are like different versions of the same legend.
Oh, is it?
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah. Religions have their own
This one
life.
is the longest one I've ever
I found it interesting. I like that.
seen.
So we've wrapped up our time here in Mariazell. Really deeply spiritual place. A hidden gem in the middle of the hills here. Highly recommended to anybody who would like to enhance their spirituality.
Like in thousands.
Yeah, that's.
Area of Vienna is inside it.
So we made our way into Vienna and we have arrived at our hotel. We had an amazing stop in Mariazell. This is quite the interesting hotel. I'm kind of wondering how we found this one. There's my air conditioner. The worst thing is, there's no way to make coffee in the room. So we are here in Vienna. We've checked into our hotel. We're now getting ready to head out to dinner. There are some thunderstorms in the area, and I understand that we're going to a restaurant that's only a short walking distance away.